Missy K, the Book Fix here. Today my review is of Killer of Enemies by Joseph Bruchac. This book is a post-apocalyptic story, and I wouldn't really call it a dystopia because the dystopia is a place where everything is great on the surface, and when you go underneath, oh, well, it's not so great. This place is just not good, and everybody pretty much knows it. So I wouldn't really call it a dystopia, but it is kind of this society that sprang up after this apocalypse, which is never explained very well because nobody knows what happened exactly. All they know is there was this big silver cloud that appeared from space. I know, from space. And it killed everything electronic. All electricity no longer worked. You have an opinion on that, Thursday? And so, yeah, nobody knows where it came from, and that's never explained in the book. We never find out. It's meant to be a mystery. But everything else still works. Anything mechanical can still work, and obviously anything before that can work. A lot of animals are dead, though, except for these crazy genetically modified animals that were made before the big silver cloud incident. And that is mainly who she is killing. Her name is Lozen, and she is pretty great. She's super tough. She was trained from a very young age how to be kind of a hunter and to live in a very traditional way because she is Native American. She's Apache, and look at that. She's even on the cover. She's very clearly Native American. It's great. Of course, you can't expect two books, which two books is from Lee and Low publishers. They are dedicated to diversity, so of course they're not going to whitewash their covers. It's great. I love it. Anyway, that is the other really great thing that I have to say about this book is that it was really obvious that the author, who is a Native American himself, has a thorough knowledge of this. He's done research. He knows it. And a big part of Lozen's identity is her Native American identity, her culture, her heritage, all of the stories that her parents told her while she was growing up. And it's really great. And you don't see that a whole lot in the, I guess, non-historical fiction. You don't see a lot of very proud heritage in non-historical fiction. So it's really great that was a big element of it. I feel that I should say I was not a huge fan of his writing style, but I think that it speaks very well for his plot and his world building and his characterization that I was still very interested in it, even though it's not my favorite writing style. The reason that it's not my favorite is that it was very choppy and very, very brief sentences that just kind of, here's a statement. But like I said, I still really, really enjoyed the book overall. So I think that even if that's not your favorite style, that it's probably worth giving it a chance. And just especially for all of the Native American culture that you get in it, and it's just a really cool little adventure story set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. What's not to love?